rings. You always see me. So he notices everything. That's one thing about him. So I remember he asked me, like, I was wearing this ring that my mom had given me, and he was like, oh, like, are you engaged or something? And I'm like, no. And then he was like, oh, it's because I saw that rock on your hand. I'm like, boy, please, like, no, my mom gave me this ring. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl KP, and welcome to another video. If you are new, then welcome. Hope I make you feel comfortable and hope you enjoy this video. If you saw by the title, of course this is going to be a story time because Valentine's Day is around the corner, and even though I'm not a big Valentine's Day person, I wanted to do something nice for all you out there at your homes watching this video. So obviously there is going to be a giveaway in this video. I know a lot of people might be like, girl, you don't even have that many subscribers, but this is for you real ones keeping up with me, watching my videos, liking my videos, hitting me up on my social media. So I wanted to give, and because this story time is in regards to love or has to do with Valentine's Day, I decided to give something that I hope you guys enjoy as a couple. So with that being said, let's get started with this video. So let's see, where do I start with this video? I feel like there's so much that I would want to say, but obviously there's parts of my life that I want to keep it down low, but this story time has 2 in 1. Is going to be how my boyfriend asked me out, and 2, when was our first date and how I felt and how I reacted. So let's start off with a little background. I met my boyfriend at work. If you guys have not seen the video of the boyfriend tag, then go ahead. It's a little bit of how he knows me, but in that section we hit off on how we met. But if you do not know, we met at work, and he was very shy. He didn't talk to anyone, and now to this day, now I know why he didn't want to talk to anybody. He tells me he didn't want to get close to people. He didn't kind of want to build a friendship. He's very timid, but once you get to know him, you know he's very outgoing, very loving, very protecting. So yes, so the point is he was very shy, and at that time that I knew him, I obviously was in a relationship, and I only viewed him as my coworker. Obviously I didn't know him, and I'm always at work the person that is always setting up happy hour or events. I'm your go-to girl when it comes to events at work. So I would always set up happy hours with my coworkers at Buffalo Wild Wings. And I remember he started working, and I would always not convince him, but I was always inviting him to gather with us. He was very like to himself. He didn't want nothing to do with us, so he wouldn't go. I don't know how I managed to convince him, but I'm very social. I feel like I'm very social. If I like you, then I will make my effort to talk to you. There's people that I don't know, I'm very standoffish with, but he seemed like a cool dude. And at that time, crazy story, I had my friend, or somebody that I've known my entire life, that worked with me, and she was slightly interested in him. So I was trying to convince him so much to go to our happy hour so that way they could get to know each other. Funny story, I know. But so I don't know how I managed for him to go to our happy hour, and we just started talking. We started getting to know each other as co-workers, nothing more. Then time passed, fast forward, I ended that relationship that I was in, and I don't want to say he was like there for me, but as a friend he was very, very understanding. And I'm not saying like only him, because I would go out with my other friends, and it so happened that at that time he was already my friend, so we would go out as a group, not only with him, but he was very understanding. So he knew exactly where I was coming from, because I was very open with him, and I want to say he was very patient with me. So we started going out, not out, but we started going out as friends with a group of fellow co-workers and friends. So we started going out, started to get to know each other. There was hints here and there that he would tell me once we were co-workers. I love wearing like rings, my hoop earrings, you always see me. So he notices everything. That's one thing about him. So I remember he asked me, like, I was wearing this ring that my mom had given me, and he was like, oh, like, are you engaged or something? And I'm like, no. And then he was like, oh, it's because I saw that rock on your hand. I'm like, boy, please, like, no, my mom gave me this ring. But I never thought he liked me. I don't know, maybe because I was in a mentality of I was in a relationship or whatever, that I never thought of him that way. So yeah, so we started going out as friends with a group of people. Me and him, we never went out alone. And I don't know, I guess we started getting like closer, and we started talking more like over the phone. He would tell me his interests, I would tell him my interests. He's very into books, so I remember he would always tell me like, oh, you should read this book, or you should do this, you should do that. And the funniest thing ever is that while I was going through my breakup, he was the one who would actually tell me like, hey, you need to like try to work things out with him, you know, do your best. Ironically, right? But anyways, so yeah, he was just getting to know me, and we were just getting closer and closer. And one day he got the, you know what I mean, he sat me down at work. Mind you, I was not in a relationship anymore. Months had passed. So he sat me down at work. I still remember we were on our lounge, and it was just me and him. So I'm like, dang, like you really planned this out, because you managed to get me in this room by myself. So I was having my lunch, minding my own business, and then he was like, oh, I gotta talk to you. Very serious. So I'm like, okay, like what's up? And then he's like, oh, I don't know if you noticed, but like I felt attraction towards you, and I really like you. So obviously, like, it literally did take me by surprise. I had no idea, and I didn't know what to say. Like, I think he could honestly say, if he was here, he would probably tell you, like, I stood quiet, I did not know what to say, and I kept telling him, like, I don't know what to tell you. My emotions were everywhere at that moment, so I was just like, I honestly don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm in shock. Obviously, I processed things after, and we did have that conversation when I was like, you know what, like, I wouldn't mind like getting to know you. Like, you're somebody, like, you're cool people, so I wouldn't mind like getting to know you. So let's fast forward to me and him talking and getting to know each other. And nobody knew, none of the group of friends that we hang out with knew, because I wanted to keep it very on the DL, and I'm sure he did too, just in case things wouldn't work out. We were just dating pretty much. So, not dating, because we were just talking, like getting to know each other on a deeper level. So we were talking, and I think yes. Okay, so I didn't say anything. We would go out as a group of friends or whatever, and then but me and him would like communicate through like text messages or call each other, but nobody knew that we were talking. So I remember we went to this bar, it's kind of like a bar, with two of my good friends, him and I, and I don't know what happened, that I had to leave or something, and he was supposed to meet up with them afterwards or something like that, but I was going through some shenanigans. I'm always like the drama queen. So I guess he followed me home, like he made sure I got home safe, whatever. We talked, but I guess he was still communicating with my friends and telling them like, hey, I just took Carla home, like I just wanted to make sure she was fine, blah blah blah. But like I mentioned again, nobody knew anything. Well, we thought they didn't know. So then I guess he shows up to the bar or whatever, and he ends up spilling the beans to my friends. Like I guess they were telling him like, oh, tell us the truth, like you and Carla are talking, huh? Just tell us. And I guess they managed to convince him. So he freaking spills the beans, and he calls me later on that night. He's like, oh, by the way, like I told the girls about us, and I'm like, dude, like why like they would freaking manage to take it out of you, because ese no calla ni una mosca. Like he will say what he feels. He's a very direct person. So he's like, well, what's wrong? Like, oh well, it's already, time has passed, like why not? Mind you, we were talking and we liked each other, but we never went on a date alone. So I think that was kind of like the door for that, because after that it was more so like, oh fine, they already knew we were talking, so let's just, you know, go with all fours into the dating scene. And I had never dated. My exes or whatever, I've always known them, like I grew up with them, so I never dated and I never got to know each other. So this is gonna be the first time I actually get to do that. So he's like, okay, so like where do you want to go? And I'm like, dude, like honestly, I've lived in LA for so long, but I really don't know the roundabouts of LA. Like I really didn't go out. My life before you was more so of a routine. I wouldn't go out, like it's rare if I ever went out. So I'm like, you know what, like surprise me wherever you want to take me, it's fine. So for our first date, he ended up taking me to the Long Beach, I'm not sure the port, but it's where they have the Ferris wheel, and there's like a whole bunch of shopping stuff around there. So we went, where is it at? Is the music center or something like that. And I remember it was around Christmas, because there was a big Christmas tree and I still have that picture of that time. And we went to Long Beach. I had never gone. This was my first time going. So he took me there. We were walking around. Obviously, I'm such a photo person. I love taking photos. So obviously I was taking pictures. Then we went on the Ferris wheel, and it was the cutest thing because I felt like I was like in a movie. So cliche. I'm like, oh, this is so cute. Like, I'm on top of the world type of thing. And yeah, we went to the Ferris wheel. I believe we went to go eat, and then he brought me home. But for me, it was the cutest thing ever because I had never actually, first of all, I had never been there. Second of all, I never actually dated, and it was our first time alone. We always were around a group of friends. So that was our first date. And of course he did all the gentleman stuff. He opened the door for me. When I sit down, he makes sure he put his chair, like he pushed the chair for me. So there's a lot of little things that I'm like, damn, like I'm not used to this, but I'm not gonna complain. So that was our first date. We started talking, whatever. We dated for 6 months. I thought we dated for a year, but he's like, no dude, like we dated for 6 months. I'm like, okay, I guess if you say so. So forward to him asking out. We went to dinner. I told him I wanted him to try this Cuban restaurant that I am obsessed with. I usually go here for my birthday, and if you do not know this yet, I'm such a foodie. And if you follow me on Instagram, that you know I have a food channel, not a food channel, a food Instagram. So obviously I love trying new food. I'm down to try any food. So So I told him like, I really want you to try this restaurant. It's in Venice. So we went, we had our dinner because it was around 5ish, 6ish, so it's dinner. We went to have dinner, and then he was like, oh, like, have you ever gone? Oh, no, he said, I want to take you to this place here in Venice. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, we could walk around, like walk this food out. So then he took me to, well, actually he parked far away from where he was taking me, and I guess he didn't want me to see it or something. He made my ass walk, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, in my head I'm like, dude, you're lucky, like I'm dating your ass, because if we were together I would really tell you how it is. And us female knows, well, not us female, but everybody, I feel like when you're dating, you kind of like give them that person. Of course you want to be 100%, but you don't lash out like you would normally. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stick it in and walk this food, this Cuban food off. So he ended up taking me to the Venice canals, and it was beautiful. It was like during spring, so it was so beautiful. We were walking around, looking at the houses, looking at the boats, and then literally he gets on his knees, and I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Like, dude, there's people around, and I'm just like red, shy, and I'm like, I even told him, I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, he takes out a ring, and I'm like, dude, like, what the heck is going on? Like, we're not even together for him to be proposing to me. So I'm like, what the heck? And then he takes out the ring, and in the ring he engraved my name on it, my middle name, which is Alexa. And he's like pretty much, do you want to be my girlfriend? And I'm like, yes, but please get up, because people think you're proposing to me, and this is freaking, like, I'm embarrassed right now. I'm shy, I don't know what to do. So I'm like, just get up, just get up, just get up, because this is crazy. And then he's like, well, you deserve that. And I don't know, he just does little things that for me, it makes me feel special. And I feel like that's how a relationship should be. They should make you feel special at all times, not only when you're dating, but when you're in the relationship. And that's some things that I've always set clear, and I've told him, and I feel like me and him agree on this, that even if you're in a relationship for so long, you should still feel like you're dating. You want to feel that way, especially as a woman. You want to feel wanted, you want to feel needed, and as a man too. So he does all these little things that just made things special, and I'm just like, you're so different, but I like it. So that is how he asked me out. It was so crazy, but I wanted to share that with you guys for this video, because I am doing a giveaway, and the giveaway is going to be 2 movie tickets, obviously, so you could go with your significant other. And I chose the movies because usually people go to the movies for the first date. I would recommend go to dinner and then go to the movies, because at the movies you kind of don't talk to each other. So you would use the dinner to get to know each other, or just to have a nice Valentine's Day, and the movie tickets to watch whatever movie you would like. But I decided on giving you guys 2 movie tickets. Now, how would this be? I initially wanted to do this over on my Instagram, but I'm like, no, because I want to make a story time, so it'll be cute if I just give something out to you guys. So the only thing you need to do, here are the rules. Number 1, you have to be subscribed to my channel. Number 2, you need to like this video. And number 3, you need to comment down below your first date, your experience, what stood out, anything that has to do with your first date with your significant other. Put it down in a comment, let me know what you did, and I will be choosing from there. I will be going on this website, choosing who is the winner. When is the last day to submit your entry, you might be asking, the last day would be February 8th, just because I know it's kind of like a 2-week notice, but just because I would want to mail those tickets way like a few days before Valentine's Day. That way they are for sure there in your hands by Valentine's Day. So I am so excited. This is gonna be my first giveaway. It might be nothing huge, but it is from my heart to you guys. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoy this story time with me. It was a tiny story time, but I just wanted to share some things of my relationship with you guys. If you guys have not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. That way you can be part of this family. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.